I just wanted to welcome you to Math 1040 online in this spring semester. This is your home page, your home Canvas page for Math 1040. And what I want to show you is that each week here you have your assignments that are listed. So here's your PowerPoint slides that correspond to your lecture. And here is your corresponding quiz to that week's lecture. So if I go into that, you'll see that I have pre-recorded lectures that you can watch. So here's again listed the file, the PowerPoint notes. Here's the PowerPoint slides in YouTube and the Kaltura links. You may use the required math textbook of the department, which is Sullivan. However, there are two other good sources, Online Stats Book, which is personally my favorite. And I've listed the corresponding sections that you should read in each book. You can read them all, that's great, or you can choose one. If you believe the notes or the lecture are sufficient, that is up to you. I've included some extra reading if you want, but those are not required. I'm going to preview this quiz just so you get an idea of what it looks like. So here again, you get the slides and all of the information you saw. Here's your first question, and it's a selection here, and likewise question 2 is to select the correct missing statement. Okay. This question asks you to select if it's a discrete or continuous random variable. Occasionally you'll get some questions that ask you to select all answers that apply, like this question 8. Okay, and here I have a lot of answers. You're to select only the ones that you believe apply based on this question. Okay, so you'll have a weekly quiz that looks like this on Canvas. You'll have a corresponding lecture that's listed in the Canvas quiz, and you'll have your PowerPoint slides and your sources that you can read in the corresponding textbook. Okay, when you go to the data collection quiz, just going back, you can see the points that are allowed. You can see that there's no time limit, that you are allowed 2 attempts, so multiple attempts, and you're allowed 2. It keeps your average score. Okay, let me go back. Okay, if you look, you have each week is similar. You have everything that you need to do in the corresponding week listed here. So for example, here's the PowerPoint slide and here's the quiz. It's on summarizing and understanding data. You click on the quiz, it gives you the PowerPoint again, it gives you the video lecture, it gives you the video lecture in Kaltura. It gives you your corresponding reading in the textbook of your choice. OpenStack is free, it's linked there, and online. This is also online. And if you preview your questions, they're similar to a similar format to the last week's quiz. So you can see you're asked to select the mean of this data set. Okay. Compute the standard deviation of this data set. Okay. Occasionally you'll also have one that says select all answers that apply. So here's a graph and it's asking you to select all answers that apply, and there's a bunch of responses that you need to choose from. Okay, so some multiple choice, some select all, and some true false. Okay, type questions is what you'll face on your homework. Okay, and so each week you'll have a quiz. And so here's week 2. You can see week 3 is right here. There's the PowerPoints, there's 2 of them. And here's the corresponding quiz. And here's just some extra information in case you wanted to read it. So likewise, week 4, right? Here's your PowerPoint. Here's your quiz. And this is relating to your project, these 2. Okay. In week 5, you get another quiz and your lecture, and finally in week 6, that's your first exam, and eventually I'll post a review and that will be published so that you can see it later in the semester. Okay, but just an orientation, every week you'll look at this module and select the corresponding module to the week and complete everything that's there, and especially in terms of quizzes. Okay. Just going back to this week 1, you can see there's a syllabus quiz, and it takes your average score out of 2 attempts, and it says you're free to reference your syllabus. You're allowed 2 attempts, and your average score will be recorded. So after this, let's just go through the syllabus, and briefly I'll show you where you can find some things. You'll need to more carefully inspect the syllabus on your own time, but this first question asks you about what you should include when you have questions via email. So you need to select all that apply here, select which questions applies when contacting the instructor. This is a question about your exams. Okay. What's the name of your instructor? Okay. Select what you need to have for technology, and a little bit more information about this course. Okay, so you do have a syllabus quiz. You need to complete this this week, in the first week of class, along with your first quiz this week. Let's inspect the syllabus. So your syllabus is here. This is my email. I have an open office hour for all courses, and if you want to join it, you'll use that Zoom link between 9:20 and 10:20 a.m. on Tuesday. Okay, I expect a large majority of my email correspondence these days come in the form of email. So I want you to know that I have a lot of email, so it might take me some time to respond, and that I have a general template I like you to fill out for questions. I'd like you to give me a picture or the text of the question you're trying to solve, what you tried as a solution. I want the class name in the subject line and your name somewhere in the text body. Okay. Now, textbook, here it says the required text by the department is Michael Sullivan, here in bold, informed decision using 6th edition. However, the decision to purchase the textbook is up to each individual students. I provided 2 alternative books you could use that are online and free. This one I highly recommend. Here's another one that's online and free. I've also provided video lectures and the corresponding lecture notes. Okay. I hope everyone has this prerequisite. You will need a calculator for this course. Your grading comes down to a group project that's worth 15%. You can do it individually, so you choose, but I would recommend a group. Your homework is worth 30%, so that's as much as both exams and more than your final exam. So I hope everyone does their weekly homework. It's really important. You have exams, as you can see, and a final exam. I provided the exam days. All of them are online through Proctorio and KaiTester. Okay. Some important details about this exam. Concerning the class, all your exams are going to be done virtually in the indicated dates. So you can see there's a date range when you can take the exam. Okay. Do not miss the exam dates. Okay. There is a late penalty of 5% per day for any late assignments. Please do not cheat during this course. And here's a unique thing. My goal in this course is really to see that statistics is practical and has a purpose. And if you want to improve your score on one exam, should you have some bad luck and for some reason score below a 70, you may do so, but you're required to complete a substantial project that is very similar in style and length to the group project that you're submitting in this course. Okay. You'll need to have access for the New York Times for some of your assignments, most notably the group project. Okay, it's free for students. You can sign up here. If you are in conflict with some of your core beliefs, please contact me immediately, ideally in the first week of class, so that we can try and resolve this or find you another section that doesn't conflict with your core beliefs. Okay. There's a review for each exam, so I'll correct that. That's a typo, but not for the final exam. Okay. This is an online class. Most of your work is going to occur outside of the classroom because it's online. This is a sustainable class, and we're going to meet these sustainability outcomes. So this core outcome here, a disciplinary learning outcome for sustainability, and most of your sustainable stuff is going to occur throughout the lectures and the notes in this course, but the main form it's going to take is a group project, okay, or signature assignment. And you can complete this project in groups of 1 to 4. I find I've made the page requirement 4 to 10. Almost no one has problems of reaching that minimum page length of 4. Most people have trouble keeping it from being too long. And I personally prefer short and concise, but make sure you address every item that is needed. You'll need to answer this big question. That is the goal of the project. Okay. Then here's how I assign grades. That's your grading scale. Okay. And here's just a few holidays. If you want to know more about your online testing, you can click on this link. If you need a laptop or equipment for, say, taking a test, you can look at the information here. I want to say it's a delight to have you in my Math 1040 course, and I hope that by the end of the course you will have statistics. Thank you so much.